All right, so what we're gonna do in this video is I'm gonna show you a full campaign setup step by step now that we have the sales funnel, the tracking, the conversion, everything all ready to go. This is how I go through and set things up. And honestly, guys, it's kind of like the Wild West right now, where it's like everything is so cheap, and the TikTok algorithm organically is actually just so good that I'm going to show you guys only two different types of targeting that I do, and they absolutely crush both of them, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to come back in here to the TikTok Ads Manager. You're going to come under Campaign. We're going to create a new campaign. So if you're familiar with Facebook or Instagram ads, which I'm sure most people have at least run a little ad there or two, it's honestly so similar. It's very simple. So you've got like the ad campaign, and it's just basically choosing your objective. Do you want more leads? Do you want people to see your content? You want more clicks? And then you have the ad set, which is basically choosing your budget, your audience, who you want to target, all that stuff. And then the next layer is the ad. Like, what does the ad creative look like? Okay. And so here's what we're going to do. We're going to click on create right here. And then I like to do custom mode, simplified mode, but like custom mode gives you full control. Like, it's actually much better. I'm going to say don't show this again because I don't need to. And then from here, we set up that pixel with the custom conversion because we're doing website conversions. We want to go through and actually get people to opt in on our website, right? So we're going to click on that, and then we're just going to call this the demo campaign, okay? And then we don't have to do special ad category. We're not going to do create split test. We're not going to do any of that stuff. That's a little bit more advanced, and honestly, you don't really need to do that quite yet with a lot of the stuff we got going on, okay? So we're going to click continue, ad group name. I'm just going to say, I'm going to call this one broad. And I used to like have all this naming with like Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. One thing that's interesting is if you live in the US, you can only target people like in the US, and I think maybe Canada too, but you can't target a lot of these other countries. So like if you're in the UK, you can only target like UK, or Australia, just Australia, which is kind of nice in a sense, because then it's not getting, at least with this whole model, like it's not getting oversaturated, right? But it's just interesting because I'm used to being able to like target worldwide, whereas like TikTok doesn't necessarily allow you to do that, okay? So what we're going to do is website. We're going to external website. We're going to get that here in just a second. The TikTok pixel. We're going to do the demo pixel, the one we just created. The optimization event is submit a form. That's the one that we chose. And then down here on placements, this is basically where do you want to show the ad, okay? And so you would think TikTok Ads Manager, it's going to show on TikTok, but they also have some other partner networks, and we don't want to show it on there. So we're going to do select placement, and I'm going to uncheck Pangle. I only like to be on TikTok, okay? And then let's just double check this. Yeah, okay, we're good there. Okay, creative type, we're just going to leave that. We're not going to touch that. And so here, I do two core targetings, like I told you. And the first one, I literally do automatic targeting in the United States, and then I choose English just because I'm speaking English. So I don't want someone speaking Spanish or only understand Spanish and then see my video, right? And that's it. Like, I know it sounds crazy, but the reason why, like, I've actually done this quite a bit on Facebook and Instagram ads, completely open targeting and having the algorithm just pick people up, and it works extremely well. The reason why I thought to try this initially on TikTok is because I had it was like my fifth video. I think I've told you guys a story. Like my fifth video, I posted, and it literally got over 500,000 views in 48 hours. And so I was like, dang, I literally had no following. Like, obviously I have it following on YouTube, but I didn't use I didn't post about it anywhere else. I just wanted to see how the algorithm worked. And so didn't post it, didn't send it to any of my email lists or anything. Literally over 500,000 views in under 48 hours. So I was like, you know what? Their algorithm has got to be good. It's got to know who to find. So I was like, I'm just going to do open targeting. Okay. And then coming down here, as far as the budget goes, I think they do have a minimum budget of how much you can spend. It might be $30 per day. Okay. Or you could do a lifetime budget. I like to do a daily budget. The reason why is because if something's working super well and it comes to the end of the budget or the end of the lifetime of that budget and it just shuts off, you don't want it to shut off. You want to keep running, right? And so even if you have a budget in your mind, maybe it is $500, $300, whatever it is, you just let the daily budget run and then you can manually go and shut it off. But then if it's working well, then you don't want to shut it off, then you don't want to shut it off, right? And so that's why I just go through, and I would start out with, I think $30 is the minimum. So it's a little bit higher minimum than what some of these other platforms have. But it's, believe me, it's going to be well worth it. So then coming down here, schedule, I click on this and I just say now. I just wanted to start like as soon as I launch, I want to get going. Now, obviously it goes through a review process. So it's not going to be like immediate, but it's just like basically going to be fairly quick. Okay. And then bidding optimization, conversion, lowest cap. That's what I do right there. Okay. And then coming over here next, this is choosing the ad. And then I'm going to show you guys also here in a second the other targeting that I've used before and it's worked well. But you can come in here, change the creative name, whatever you want. We'll just say demo again. This really doesn't matter. This is more for your purposes. And then you can go through, enter the display name. Let's say use TikTok account to deliver Spark ads. Trying to remember. Okay, there we go. So this, I just connected my own account because I'm using one of the videos that I organically posted. Okay, so I'm using the account owned by me, and then I'm going to go down here, TikTok post or single video. That's what I'm going to choose. It's already on by default. Then as far as the post, I'm just going to check one of my videos. This one right here is the video. Honestly, guys, I have been running the same video since August. And right now it's nearing the end of January. So what is that? August, September, October, November, December, January. It was 6 months. I've spent over 60 grand and I'm using the same video still and it's still crushing. So like you got some life, you got some room for some legs here. So I'm just going to click on that. And so the cool thing is like if they click on the video to your profile, they're going back to your profile. And like I've gained, I don't even have TikTok on my phone. I think I have over 30,000 followers or something like that. And I don't do anything besides exactly what I'm showing you guys. So like people will click into your profile from the video and they'll start following you. So that's like, this is all I do. So coming down here, we want our destination page. This is our website. So we want to tell them when they click on this, where are they going, right? What's the next step? So we want to go through and do this page right there. This is the same exact page I use, which is really cool, right? So we just go through. And so we preview it, make sure it's just like all working good. Perfect. All right, we're good to go. Checking this box. I think this disclaimer. Can't remember. No, I don't have a disclaimer, I don't think. Okay. And then from here, all you do is click submit. And then it goes through the review process. It kind of checks it out. Okay, we're good to go. But this is the exact setup, right? So I'm not going to hit submit because I'm not really going to go through and push this. It's a different pixel, different, all that stuff. But like I said, once you have some of those videos that you're like posting to your TikTok account, and once you're seeing like, okay, which ones are performing best, then you can go through, use that video to point back to your landing page and start getting some of those conversions coming in, right? And then going back, let's just go back to the ad groups because I'll show you the other. So I have the one ad set that is just completely broad, right? And then the other one that I'll go through and do is I'll do some custom targeting and I'll still leave it pretty. Actually, I had some like policy things with like people under 18, which honestly, people under 18, I don't really want to market to them anyway. And so what I just did was just select all of these, okay? Because I still, like all these advertising algorithms, what I found, they work better with larger audiences. So you can see this 93 million to 114 million. And some people will be like, that's too many people, whatever. It's like, well, I've also spent several millions of dollars in paid ads, and this is just like what I've found to work the best. So I want to share you guys best practices from what I've actually done as opposed to what you hear on YouTube or some random person saying that's not really done it, but maybe think like, oh, well, if you get super targeted and narrowed and it's just like 18 to 24 and blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, guess what? Their algorithm is actually smarter than a lot of us, right? Okay, so then we come over here to audience. And then what I do, actually not that, I do interests, okay? And so I'll come over here on interests and I'll do general interests and we'll go see, business services is this one right here. Marketing and advertising. Yep. So we'll do like marketing and advertising. We'll do individual entrepreneurship, just anything that might sound like a good, like for marketing agencies, like sign up for high level, those types of things. I just go through and check those. So like education, no, maybe not any of these. We go down, travel, tech and electronics, maybe some of these, cell phones, gaming. Okay, so those are honestly the main ones that I use. Let's see, financial services. No. Okay, so those are kind of the core ones. You could do like professional consultation, machinery. No. Okay. So that's pretty much, those are kind of the core ones that I'll go through and select right there. Okay. And so then this is just if you have like, a little bit more budget than $30 per day, you want to go through and go broad. You can go through and do that, click next. And then if you want to go through and just like really, like if you're looking for scale, obviously you can go through and spend, maybe I should share this in another video that's a little more advanced, but let's say you have like a $500 per day budget. Well, obviously you could go through and start at $500 per day, or you could go through and say, hey, I'm going to have like 10 different ad groups that are $50 per day. And 5 of them I'm going to have completely broad, and then 5 of them with some interest targeting. And then the 5 you can split up by like you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you could have one group that's just the 18 to 24, and then you're able to see like how those conversions connect with that age group, your ad. And then you can say, okay, this ad set is just 25 to 34. This one is just 35 to 44, right? And so on. Okay. So there's just different ways to go through and kind of like slice the pie and scale. If you guys want to go through, jump on one of the live coaching calls. If you want to dive deeper on this of like how to actually scale, I love talking that's my bread and butter. Right. But for most people, I'd start out, if you're starting out with one, I would just do automatic targeting. It's the easiest. It works amazing. And I would start there. And then if you're like, okay, I got another $30 per day to go put at this, I'd try custom targeting, 18 to 55, checked all those, English, and then your 2 interests right here. And you're still at like a $40 to $50 million audience. It's still fairly large, which is awesome. And then the rest of it is all just the same. Just like going through, selecting, connecting your ad account or your TikTok account, selecting the top performing posts, linking it off to your sales funnel or this little opt-in right here. And because remember guys, the whole goal is we want to build the email list, because on the back end, all those automated emails that we have set up, that's the holy grail to go through and push to other offers and to get multiple streams of recurring income, which we're going to be talking about a little bit later. So anyway, go ahead, get this all set up. Like I said, if you have questions, post them in the Facebook group, jump on one of the live coaching calls. We're here to help you. I love ads. It's so fun. It's such a great way to scale. So anyway, hope that helps. And with that said, I'll see you in the next video.